Hey class, today we're going to talk about multiplying decimals. Okay, so we've already discussed adding decimals, we've discussed subtracting decimals. Today, right now, we're going to talk about multiplying decimals. Okay, it requires a little bit more work, but we can do it. Alright, so here we go. You should write this at the top of your paper, what I'm about to write right here. Okay, underline it. Multiplying decimals. Okay, multiplying decimals. All right, so an important thing to note right now. Just to note down, I'm going to erase it here in a second, but note this down. I'm going to write it very big right here so you can see it. For multiplication, you do not have to line up your decimals. Okay, that's important. For multiplication, you do not have to line up your decimals. Can you? Yes. Do you have to? No. That's an important thing to know. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is that key word. The key word, you've heard it before, called product. Okay. Product is the answer to what type of problem? What type of operation? Product. Write it right here. Product. Product. P-R-O-D-U-C-T. Product. Now, product is the answer to a multiplication problem. I'm going to cloud it. You don't have to put the cloud if you don't want to. Just putting it on there, okay? So product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So that's what we're going to be doing whenever we're multiplying out these decimals. We are going to be finding the product of two decimals. That's what we're going to be doing, okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and erase this. We're going to start on our examples. All right, let's go ahead and write right here, example, and I'm just going to write EX1, okay? That stands for example 1. First example we're going to have is 7.5, or 7 and 5/10 times 3.9 equals question mark. We don't know yet. We're about to figure that out right now, okay? So we got 7 and 5/10, or 7.5, times 3.9, or 3 and 9/10, equals question mark. Okay? So right now it's horizontal. We need it to be vertical. Do we need to line up our decimals? No. Is it going to happen here? Yes, but it won't always happen. You're going to see that in the next couple examples. So we're going to have 7.5 times 3.9. Okay? So we treat this problem just like as if it's 75 times 39. 75 times 39. But we can't forget that decimal at the decimal place at the end. So let's go ahead and do this. Multiply out. 9 times 5, 45. Carry my 4. 7 times 9, 63. 63 plus 4 is 67. I'm going to actually erase this 4 because it bothers me, right? Whenever I'm trying to do the rest of it. 3 times 5, 50. Oh, actually, you can't do that yet, right? We have to put something here, whether it be an X or a 0. I'm going to put the 0, okay, because it's easier for me to remember. But you can put an X if you like the X being there. That's fine, okay? 3 times 5, 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 7, 21 plus 1, that's 22. Add these up at the bottom now. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Carry my 1. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1, that's 9. 2 just comes down. Now we end up with this number down here, but remember, this is not our answer yet. We have to count up how many decimal places we have. So here we go. 1, 2. We have 2 decimal places. What that means is we got to count from here, right? 1, 2. And this is where it ends up. This is where our decimal ends up. And this ends up being our answer. 29.25 or 29 and 25 hundredths. This is our answer to this multiplication problem. So the product of 7.5 and 3.9 is 39.25. Okay? All right. So we're going to move on to example number 2. We're going to move on to example number 2. Here we go. Our next example is 25 times 0.7 equals question mark. Okay? So we have 25 times 0.7 equals question mark. So right now it's horizontal. We have to make it vertical, right? Up and down. So here we go. 25 we'll put up here. 25 times 0.7. Okay? 25 times 0.7. Now, we got to understand something here. Okay? If we multiply 25 times 0.7, it's the same exact thing as 25 times 0.7. Okay? You got to remember that because you don't want to do extra work. We could keep that 0 there and multiply it times 5 times 2, but we don't have to do all that. We can just treat this as if it's 25 times 7. Okay? We can treat it like that. So 7 times 5, 35. Carry my 3. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 3, that's 17. So we end up with this number. But this is not our answer, right? We still got to include our decimal places. How many decimal places do we have? 1, right? 1. So that means we got to count back from here. 1. We end up with 17.5. 17.5. So the product of 25 and 0.7 is 17.5. Okay? Product of 25 and 0.7 is 17.5. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to our next example. Example 3. I think we have about 2 more examples. 2 or 3, we'll see. All right, here we go. Let's do 37 times 0.5. Okay? 37. Actually, let's switch it up. Let's do this. Let's do 0.15 times 37 equals what? Okay? So we have 0.15 times 37 equals what? Again, horizontal, we got to line it up this way. So we're going to do 0.15 or 15 hundredths times 37. And that's our example. We went from horizontal to vertical. But now remember, when we multiply 0.15 times 37, it's the same thing as 0.15 times 37. So let's just do it that way. Okay? 7 times 5, 35. Carry my 3. 1 times 7, 7 plus 2, that's 10. 0 placeholder. We cannot forget that placeholder. I'm going to erase my 3 up here. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1. That's 4. We add these up. We get 5 plus 0, which is 5. 0 plus 5, which is 5. 1 plus 4, 5. But this is not our answer, right? We cannot forget our decimal places. How many decimal places do we have? 2. Let's count them up. 1, 2. That means we got to go back this way. 1, 2. We end up right here. We end up with 5.55 or 5 and 55 hundredths. Okay? All right, we're going to go ahead and stop there. We got 3 examples. Thanks for watching, guys.